All right, we're going to move to fight number 7. This is an amateur catch weight of 91 kilograms. Introducing first, from the red corner, Damien Snow.
And here we have Damien the Snowman making his walkout with a little bit of rage against the machine. Fighting out of DVT Academy. He's a carpenter from the Gold Coast. Making his walk to the cage here at this stage. He's on debut. He has had some kickboxing fights. 4 fights of kickboxing, 1 for boxing. Looking to throw it in there.
Yeah, training under a former training partner of mine, UFC veteran, Dylan the Villain Andrews. His first fighter, so it'll be very interesting to see if he's anything like Dylan, and I've been on the receiving end of his southpaw left hand, or pretty much any of his punches. It's not good. If Snowman can throw with any kind of heat that Dill does, it could be a very, very short night.
Yeah, talking to the Snowman before, he's trying to emulate his fighting style with Alex Volkanovski, which basically one of the reasons he's looking for is a good quality hard fight, and he just likes the volume and work rate and the pure heart that Volkanovski puts in place, and he's trying to emulate that himself. So I'm not expecting any backward steps from here, and that's very step down fight style.
And introducing his opponent from the blue corner, Jay Hansbergen.
They call him the Lumberjack. And I mean, if that's anything to go by, and you look at his coach, who we alluded to before, the accolades that his coach has. How do you chop down a tree with an axe? And this time, it could be the kicks coming from that striking, that kicking base his coach has embodied for a number of decades is Jay Hansbergen. He's on his MMA debut tonight, but he thinks that his style is like Po from Kung Fu Panda. And I love that. I love that. Being big, being thick, being a powerhouse and getting it done. Using your natural strengths to your advantage. I can't wait to see what he does with his style. He feels like there will be some punches followed by some kicks, 1 rugby tackle and 1 winner. I would love to see if it happens exactly in that order and the big fella gets a win here tonight.
Yeah, and both gentlemen are very, very similar in regards to grappling skill sets. So not a lot of grappling, but in terms of good quality striking from that point, I do like the way that the Lumberjack called out. His belt is white like Snow White.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, fight number 7 is brought to you by Evolution Screen Printing. We are in the amateur 91 kilogram catchweight division, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 90.1 kilograms. He trains out of DTV Academy, making his MMA debut. Give it up for Damien the Snowman. And his opponent in the blue corner, he weighed in at 90.5 kilograms. He trains out of Limitless Combat Sports. Also making his MMA debut, give it up for Jay the Lumberjack Hansbergen. When the action begins, your referee in charge, Thomas Churchill.
These boys look so evenly matched. Quality physiques on both of them. Some of the big boys getting ready to throw.
Be very interesting. This could be one of those matches. Whoever lands the first significant strike could be the last. And there's a right hand. A la Volkanovski, one of the heroes of the Snowman.
And that's where Jay threw one kick, and then Damien said, I can throw better.
I like how light Snow's being on his feet.
Yeah, certainly. He's got that wide stance, but he's got a very quick exit and also a quick entry.
Deep body kick is caught by Hansbergen, who chooses to let go and strike. I love that.
Beautiful head movement by Damien to be able to stop any significant damage there.
Yeah, we're seeing some of that striking experience at play.
That leg kick was just above the calf muscle, nice and strong. couple more of those and it takes away your forward pressure.
Yeah, well, you can see Hansbergen already starting to think about it. He's retreating. He's bringing that lead back on the feints of Snow.
Yeah, look for a setup from a high kick into that part.
We're starting to see him check.
Didn't quite move out of that way. He's a bit of gamesmanship there, looking to put his chin out there and see if he can draw something out by Jay.
It's actually funny. This is almost exactly like Volkanovski. Draw them in.
Yes.
Hit those leg kicks, hit those jabs, draw them in, and then let them go. It's very interesting. Hansbergen, though, he's not really buying into it too much. He's staying composed and looking for his own shots.
Yeah, I feel like Damien's trying to lull Jay in here with a little bit of just movement, slowing it down on his style. There's that big kick that he was looking for.
Yeah, that leg's already compromised. We're seeing how light it is by Hansbergen. He's already starting to lift it up. Almost at the slightest twitch of the hip of Snow, that foot is coming up and coming off the ground.
Yeah, Damien's kind of stalking his prey right now and letting Jay walk through and really looking forward to watching this one play out. But both boys are moving around a lot. There's that high kick that we're waiting for. He didn't quite sell it enough, so Jay was able to get the hand up and get out of the damage zone.
We're seeing some of the movement at Hansbergen's already been compromised. The way that he's moving his hips, the way that he's shifting his weight.
So he's got more of a shallower stance now as well.
Snow's got the good head movement, but he's going a little too deep. Sometimes he's putting that head like at waist height. And when we're talking MMA, a knee could come up. When you come back up, it could be an overhand just like that.
We're still yet to see the rugby tackle that Damien has promised us all. There's a slight cut above Damien's eye now that Jay's managed to open up. See if he peppers that with some few more jabs to get the blood coming.
Yeah, I think for Hansbergen, I would have shot already. If that leg is giving you some trouble, maybe even switch to southpaw. But it looks like it's hampering him a little bit as he walks back into his corner.
So what do you see in the keys to success here for Jay being?
Well, if that leg is compromised, it seems like it is. Switch to southpaw. Start changing up your strikes. Go to an angle where you're moving away from the power of Damien Snow so he can't throw that calf kick because he's landed it a few times. He's getting reactions out of Jay, and Jay is starting to worry about the leg kick so much that overhand is coming out over the top.
Yeah, likewise. And I see for Damien, his key is getting that volume up. So he's really got good quality reads. He's comfortable in his striking where it sits. It's just getting the volume in there to cause that damage from this point. So he is certainly moving and comfortable where he is. It's now they start causing that damage. Yeah,
I totally agree. Pressure. We want to see a bit of that volume, even if it's what Volkanovski calls bull crap volume. Putting feints in. It's a mental pressure on your opponent.
This is where you take any work from the judges away. You kind of rob them of making any decisions. This is where they had their first round, both of them being debutants, and from here it's really put the stamp on the fight.
I do enjoy this kind of fight. This give and take, almost seeing who can get an edge, because usually when something explosive happens, it happens in a big way, especially when we're talking at this weight.
I love that instinct by Jay. He threw the front kick up, and as it was coming down through the right cross as well. Just seeing an opening. Fighting off instinct, both boys are.
I like that push. Because if Snow throws that low calf kick and you eat that push, all your weight gets put back and you don't have a support leg. I think that's what's stopping him from throwing it.
I think so. Both boys are doing well.
Proactive is Hansbergen in this one. I like to see it.
Yeah, the lumberjack is certainly using his time to cut down this tree.
Almost a role reversal from what we saw in the first. Snow goes higher. Return is a strike by Hansbergen.
Yeah, you see Jay is basically putting a lot more volume in here. Luckily for Jay, that was an inside kick, so it's the outside that's actually causing him more damage at this stage. But Damien switched stance there for a second just to see if he had something different, but a different look. Went back to his original, back in the switch stance again in southpaw.
Snow's lost a little bit of that pop that we were talking about. Even the head movement slowed down a little bit. It's become that little bit easier for Hansbergen to be able to track the head of where he's going to be.
Yeah, I think that comes down to just that energy dump and all the adrenaline running through your body. It kind of dumps in the second round, so we may, if this goes in the third round, we may see that reversed. But they both know they're in a fight now.
Oh! We just saw the sweat fly from the head of Hansbergen. I didn't even know how he's standing on that one.
Oh, he found a home for that right hand, didn't he? But Jay, true to his form, he's there. He's come back with his own leg kick as well as Damien was retreating.
He is in southpaw now for Snow. That could be a tell of what's happened with his leg. But Snow, he's almost going back in a dead straight line now. He's lost some of the pop in his footwork and his head movement. And sometimes exactly what you said. When you win a round, you get an adrenaline dump sometimes. Hey, this is exactly what I thought it would be. I'm killing it. This is so good. And then all of a sudden, when you have to get back in there for that second round, you have to do it all over again.
Yeah, and you see there's a bit of nose damage there with Damien. So Jay's able to restrict the breathing. So you can see Damien's mouth open, which is going to be a bit of a telling sign if he takes a right or a left hook.
Ooh. Snow looking to finish the round strong. Head kick into a 3 or lead hook.
But Jay's smiling through this. He looks like he's built for this. He's loving it. He's egging the crowd on. He's getting them going.
I think he's felt the worst that Snow could possibly give him, and it's building confidence.
Yeah.
We could see a bit of a role reversal in the momentum.
Momentum is everything in this. And, you know, I've seen this plenty of times when you have people walking past. Both boys trading on the replays.
We could see some of it there. The kick caught, a whole bunch of punches to follow it up, and a lot of Hansbergen walking forwards.
But the boys, this is where it comes down to quality matchmaking. So Joel Tefafari for Coastal Combat. And this is what makes it, this is what gets you on the edge of the seat, just waiting that one of these boys can just throw that one strike or that one takedown just to end it all for everything. Jay's feeling it, he's dancing.
This could be a winner takes all round, with or without a finish, but I mean, the way that these guys have been thrown with intention, I imagine that they're going to try and get the other guy out of there just in case. Oh! Up hook cross from Snow, and he has got the attention of Hansbergen.
And Jay did a good front kick there to basically create some space. Just to keep Damien away then. I'm liking that rear front kick followed by the jab.
Oh, 100%, especially if you want to keep them on the outside. If Snow's trying to throw those combination punches, it's a good way of keeping him at a range where he can't tee off.
So it looks like Damien's got a bit of a bounce in his step again. So both boys kind of, I'm sure their corners have told them, this is the round you need to actually stamp it.
Ooh. Beautiful
cross there by Jay.
Yeah, just a naked right hand, right as Damien stepped to that power side. Man,
both boys stepping up some volume there.
It seems like whoever walks forward is going to take this one. It's just whoever has the heart, whoever has the gas tank. Oh, and a big right hand from Damien Snow.
Yeah, at this stage, both boys are reaching out now to get those strikes, which is leaving them open on the counter.
I mean, not to their benefit, but definitely to ours watching. Snow dropping the hands, almost baiting Hansbergen in.
Yeah, he was doing this in the first round and with quite a bit more head movement, but could be dangerous in the third if you're going to give Jay, which has significant power in his hands as well.
Very stiff jab, puts Damien Snow back into southpaw, and that head kick is whiffed.
Damien didn't quite execute that kick.
Whoa.
And Jay made him pay for it, but he throws a beautiful combo there.
Nice. I like to see a few of those strikes and then finishing on that kick. You get your points no matter what.
Throwing some combos. Jay's head is quite high when he is throwing those combos, so we could see if Damien's going to capitalize on that.
You can hear the corner of Damien Snow, Dylan the Villain Andrews calling him to follow it up, especially when he gets the opportunity to do so. That nose now bleeding. We see the Dolmio grin on Damien Snow.
Yeah, Damien's struggling to breathe at the moment. I saw his mouth guard drop a little bit before.
It does make it so hard. When you've got that much fluid that goes not just out of your nose, it goes back down through your throat. It makes it sticky, makes you wheeze when you're breathing. And all this while this guy, this 90-kilo man, is pushing forwards with pressure.
Yeah, he's not going away, so he's trying not to walk backwards. He's trying to be a dominant forward, but Jay's coming with he has all the wind in his sails now.
Yeah, he's showing snow and avalanche. Oh, he goes high, and what a strong finish to the round from Jay Hansbergen. What a great fight.
And the judge is going to earn their money for this one. Backwards and forwards, beautiful striking pedigree shown by both.
Yeah, they're both just such gamers. There was head kicks, there was overhand rights, there was leg kicks and body kicks. They'd even throw a jab in there every now and again. This was really, really fun from two guys who've obviously got a promising future.
I reckon both of them sat at the back and went, you know what? Let's not do takedowns. Let's just beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, we didn't see that rugby tackle, did we? And I'm glad. This was fun. This was really, really good. And here we see them trading punches. Snow just not being able to get some of these punches off. Bergen choosing to throw those straight kicks with the aid of the punches setting him up, and Snow moving around the cage, just missing with a head kick again. It's so cool seeing guys this size throwing head kicks, and it was almost, there was way more head kicks than jabs.
That's right.
There was way more head kicks than jabs.
But you know what? What a great quality match here. So Damien the Snowman Snow up against Jay the Lumberjack Hansbergen. I'm really looking forward to seeing both these gentlemen enter the cage again at some other point, because there's a lot that they can take away from that fight for themselves, regardless
100%.
of whose hand is raised. I certainly know that everyone here watching it is the winner.
Yeah, absolutely, and a fantastic show of sportsmanship between two of these guys. That's an awesome fight. Like, neither of them has anything to be ashamed of. Both of them came in there, did exactly what they wanted to do. They took punches, they gave punches, they showed a lot of heart just to step in there, and they proved that they belonged in there.
You can see Jay's a little bit tender on that lead left leg too. They did have a bit of a conversation in there with Damien of, hey mate, that leg's a bit sore.
Yeah, I mean, that was sore in the first round. Fantastic job for him to power through.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores a contest 29-28 to the red corner. Judge 2 scores a contest 29-28 to the blue corner. And Judge 3 scores a contest 29-28 for your winner by split decision in the blue corner, Jay Lumberjack Hansbergen.
Fantastic win there by Jay Hansbergen. I mean, that leg was almost a write-off in the first round. We were talking about his limited movement. He powered through, and he was able to get the victory after so much adversity. It turned the tables on a very, very tough and a very, very game Damien Snow.
Yeah, and likewise, it comes down to the volume. I think that Jay's threw quite a lot of volume out there, especially in the second and third round.
Yeah, all right. No, yeah, understandable. I'm here with your winner, Jay Hansbergen. What a fight. That you were getting hit with some heavy shots, but you weren't going anywhere. Tell me, how does it feel?
It feels good. My leg got jacked up pretty good in that first round, so hats off to him for that.
Yeah, it was certainly a tough fight. You showed some toughness there, and Damien, like he was emptying the tank and bringing everything he got, but you still stay there. So congratulations. Is there anyone you'd like to thank?
Oh, mate, just my trainers, Sandro, Mike, all the boys that sparred with me. I think you've seen the big fella Vinny fight earlier tonight, one of the harder trainer partners. So thank you, boys. Thank you, the club. My fiance, she's sitting there in the crowd over there somewhere. Her support goes a long way.
Awesome, that's excellent. Good stuff. Go enjoy the win. Your winner, Jay Hansbergen.